Hi everyone, it's Santi here and welcome to another FPL video on my channel. These are my GAMEWEEK 33 transfer plans. So just looking ahead to GAMEWEEK 33 and looking at what changes I'm looking to make in my team before deadline. So if you find the video helpful in any way, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. GAMEWEEK 32 just ended. I finished on 69 points. I went up about 85,000 places. Went into the game week on about 893k. I'm currently on about 807, so a decent rise because I think I went with Mo Salah as my captain, which didn't pay off. He missed a couple of chances against Manchester United, and looking at the other captains in terms of Son, Palmer and Haaland, none of them really had some massive holes, so I think we got very unlucky with the captaincy in GAMEWEEK 32, but I think we'll discuss more about that during my team selection video. Happy with how GAMEWEEK 32 went and looking forward to GAMEWEEK 32. Hopefully we can keep getting the green arrows and finish the season at a better rank than I currently am at the moment. Looking at GAMEWEEK 33, this is how the team looks ahead of GAMEWEEK 33 without making any changes. Petrovic at home against Everton. Chelsea just conceded 2 goals against Sheffield United, which I really expected because I think Chelsea are not really good defensively, like I said, but I think he's the only goalkeeper that I have at the moment playing, so he's definitely going to keep his spot. I'm not looking to make any goalkeeper transfer heading into GAMEWEEK 33. I think I'll be playing my wildcard in GAMEWEEK 35 anyway, so he's someone that I can't wait to get rid of. But at the moment, Petrovic is the one I would definitely be having in goal come the deadline for GAMEWEEK 33. I'll have Fabian Schär in defense, playing at home against Spurs. Gabriel at home against Aston Villa, and Alex Moreno who plays away against Arsenal. So 2 of my defenders playing against each other. I'm not expecting Aston Villa to keep a clean sheet against Arsenal because I think Arsenal are very good going forward and defensively, so hopefully I can get some returns from Gabriel. With Fabian Schär playing at home against Tottenham Hotspurs, that's a fixture that I expect to be a high scoring game, and there's no chance we're going to get a clean sheet from that as well. So in defense, it's a bit shaky at the moment. I don't think there's any points that I'm going to get from any of my players. In midfield, I have Son playing away against Newcastle, Mo Salah at home against Crystal Palace, Cole Palmer at home against Everton, Kai Havertz, who I brought in when I transferred out Saka, one of my best transfers yet, and Anthony Gordon playing at home against Tottenham Hotspurs, and of course up front Solanke at home against Manchester United, and Erling Haaland playing at home against Luton. Areola on my bench red flagged, Mateta playing away against Liverpool, Alfie Doughty away against Manchester City, and Botman who's red flagged, so definitely not getting involved in GAMEWEEK 33. So this is how the team currently looks. I'm not pleased with my defense. I'm very happy with my midfield because I think Son, a fixture against Newcastle, that's a fixture that I expect good returns from. Salah at home to Crystal Palace, a good fixture. Cole Palmer playing at home against Everton, another decent fixture. And Havertz at home against Aston Villa, a difficult fixture, but I think Havertz is in very good form, so I could expect some returns from that. And Anthony Gordon, that's another fixture that I expect to get some good returns from. I've been very disappointed with Solanke in the last few game weeks because of no returns. He plays at home against Manchester United, maybe we could get some returns. And Erling Haaland at home against Luton, that's probably the captain I'm going to go with come the deadline for GAMEWEEK 33. In terms of the transfers I'm looking to make, chances are I could roll my transfers into GAMEWEEK 33 because I think that gives me a higher chance of bringing in good assets for the double in GAMEWEEK 34 if I roll my transfers heading into GAMEWEEK 33. But if I make a transfer, it will be a defensive change. I'll be transferring out Botman, who is red flagged, and I'll bring in Conor Bradley at 4.3 million playing at home against Crystal Palace in GAMEWEEK 33, and then the double in 34 against Fulham and Everton. The downside to that is that I'm not really sure when Trent returns to the team and when he's fit. So if I bring in Conor Bradley and Trent is fit and then he gets benched against Crystal Palace at home, and then there's doubts for the double in GAMEWEEK 34 against Fulham and Everton, then I could have wasted a transfer heading into GAMEWEEK 33. At the moment, I'm just looking at making a defensive change if I make a transfer, and it will be transferring out Botman to bring in Conor Bradley for the home fixture against Crystal Palace. I was looking at the most transferred out and in players heading into GAMEWEEK 33, and Ollie Watkins is back into people's teams. Cole Palmer, obviously, for managers that didn't have him, they brought him in. I've had him for quite some time. I'm not concerned. I think he's just going to get to template at this point. De Bruyne is an interesting one. Foden, another interesting transfer, and Garnacho, I think he's someone that's been looking good in that Manchester United side, so I understand the transfer. With De Bruyne and Foden, I think that's something to think about because Manchester City play in the Champions League against Madrid. and chances are most of the players will get rested in that weekend fixture at home against Luton. So I wouldn't really be keen on bringing in those Manchester City assets. I think Foden and De Bruyne are very good assets. Foden was benched in game week 32, and obviously De Bruyne had a very good game week, and he's someone that will definitely be playing against Madrid, but chances are he could actually get benched at home against Luton. So I think it's one of those game weeks that I think we should really wait before we make any transfers, because there could be injuries that could happen. There's a lot of fixtures in the midweek. There's Champions League fixtures, Europa League fixtures that most of the teams will be getting involved in, and they could get some injuries, which will mean we'll be forced to make other changes in our team. So if I make a change, it will be Botman to Conor Bradley, or just roll my transfers heading into game week 33. Now, with that in mind, there's a few players that I'm looking at as my transfer targets heading into game week 33. Top of the list is Virgil van Dijk at 6.6 million. And if I could bring in a player to cover up a Liverpool defense in game week 33, Virgil van Dijk will be someone that I'll be getting. And also, I'll be trying to target that double in game week 34 against Fulham and Everton. So those two fixtures are away fixtures, but I think Liverpool have shown that they can be good defensively on their day, and Virgil van Dijk being nailed on in that Liverpool side as someone that I'm looking at as a transfer target heading into game week 33. Second on the list, I have another Liverpool asset in Luis Diaz. I've had him on my transfer target list for a while. I think heading into the double game week 34, he would definitely be on the list of options I'll be bringing in if I decide to double up on Liverpool midfielders, because I already have Salah in my team, and Luis Diaz is someone that I could bring in heading into game week 34 for the double. And finally, I have an Arsenal asset in Martin Odegaard at 8.5 million and selected by 16.4% of managers. He plays at home against Aston Villa. He has a double in 34 against Wolves and Chelsea. Tottenham Hotspurs away in game week 35, and then Bournemouth in game week 36. Now with Odegaard, that's another one that's nailed on. There's no concerns in terms of minutes from that Arsenal asset, so he's also someone that's on my transfer targets heading into game week 33. So I've got three options that I'm looking at. I've got Virgil van Dijk, Luis Diaz, and Martin Odegaard as my targets heading into game week 33, and I have these options knowing that I will need them for the double in game week 34, and also I can easily get rid of them when I play my wildcard in game week 35. So that's it from me in terms of my transfer targets and my transfer plans heading into game week 33. And of course, if you found the video helpful in any way, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.